Thank you for joining us on this episode of Behind the Bridge Sessions, brought to you by the North 103.3 FM. Programs like this one are only made possible because of support from viewers like you. So please consider making a donation to the North 103.3 FM today.
First of all, Breanne Marie and the Front Porch Sinners are joining us. So the first one I have queued up. Do you have a suggestion for a good one to start with?
So there's only a couple of things that where we have to go one to the other quickly. So and those would be Prelude to Change of Heart, Into Change of Heart, and then the Item A to Interlude to Under the Grove. Those are the ones that really have to kind of be done as a set. Did you want to start with Prelude to Change of Heart, Into Change of Heart?
Sure. Why don't we do that? So yeah, just so you all know, at the beginning of Change of Heart, none of us have anything. So it's a drum hit will signify the beginning of Change of Heart. Is that? Yeah, it's we have 6/8. 6/8? 6/8, yeah.
So it should be, 4 bars, 6/8, once we hit the fermata.
So after the fermata, after the fermata,
And then Vince will go dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Dun, 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 or something like that.
Right, we just need to know when to come in.
Just dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it down.
And then that's bar one.
Oh, I see, that was all
so
like
he
this,
gives us all
All in front
gotcha.
of bar one.
Okay.
And then I give the last one.
Is this your first time performing at the Bridge Sessions?
This is our first Bridge Sessions that I've done. I've been in Duluth my whole life, so I've watched these happen, and I don't know, maybe about 6 months ago or so, I submitted an email and then an application for this and was so excited that we were accepted to play.
Now, for someone who has recordings, I mean, you've been recording, you've got multiple albums. How did you decide which songs you would use for this particular?
Yeah, selecting songs for this concert was really tough, but we did have one guiding principle, and that was let's select songs that all sound a little bit different, which is fun because then you are not going to a show where you feel like it's the same song, just a little different each time. These songs are really drastically different, which is going to make for an exciting concert.
This particular show uses a lot of brass, and we've had, I believe we had French horn, but this is the first show we have trumpet, we have trombone, we have French horn, so it's a really brass heavy for us, and actually lighter on the strings. When you saw Superior Siren, we had a whole string section and no brass, and now we're kind of ending with a little bit less. Which I think adds kind of to the uniqueness. And the thing that's really cool is that Breanne also plays trumpet. So Greg Moore put in some chorale type stuff. He's always really, what's the word I'm looking for? He's very inventive when he's writing, and he'll write like these pre-charts, pre-song charts that sort of set up the song in a very bridged way, have to use the term, where it's using sort of some conventions from the classical world, but putting it more into the style of what the band is. So I think that's what makes it unique, and we have like these interludes that link pieces together, something that Greg has done before, and it's really super interesting and fun. And I think it'll be fun for the audience, especially those that know the band and know their music. They will hear it really in a very, very different way. And I think having the type of instrumentation that they do will also be like, they'll be like, whoa, those are totally different sounds that we weren't expecting, but it sounds really, really cool.
And how do you determine which instruments will make the final performance?
That's a great question. So, the bridge program in the last couple of years has typically used a set of musicians. Probably the first year it was 5. Last year it was 5 musicians, and this year we had a budget to go up to 8. And so Breanne and I chatted about, hey, what would be cool to use? We just decided to have strings and piano and 3 brass and a percussionist. So, which is an exciting and kind of a novel combination of instruments, especially for a group that essentially plays country-style music. To have that mixture of brass in with it is a little bit of an unusual flavor that Breanne and I were both excited about. So, Breanne kind of made, if you will, kind of a wish list of songs where we need to have orchestra instruments on these pieces, and then other ones I would go to her and I'd say, hey, this sounds like it could use some orchestra instruments, and then so we kind of negotiated it, and I think that we came up with a pretty satisfactory set of tunes.
Check 1, 2. Oh, check, check.
Okay, let's try your fiddle if you are ready.
So, welcome back. Thanks for coming back. So the plan tonight is we're going to go in order. The only things that won't be done are the ones that are just sinners only. Otherwise, we'll run down each half, and we'll go from there.
So my name's Kaylin Spencer, and I play the fiddle with Breanne Marie and the Front Porch Sinners. I've been playing fiddle since I was 9. I started right before 4th grade, so it's been a long time, most of my life. My mentor, Aaron Aldridge, is involved in the collaboration, along with Greg Moore was my ear training teacher in college, and Alex Sandor was my piano teacher in college, so there's a lot of familiar faces involved with the group, and it's really cool for me to be able to bring my orchestral background and classical background together with my more alternative style fiddling.
So Kaylin came to UWS to do undergrad, to come back and did a music degree. and ever since, and she's long since graduated, and to see the incredible playing and teaching and work that she's doing just fills me up so much. It's such a great thing. So for us, we oftentimes will, she's come in and played with my band and vice versa. So it's such a treat and a thrill to just have fun on stage in this way.
How important is the arts and music education to up-and-coming students? Like, why is that important to continue arts education?
Arts education is essential because if we want arts to survive, if we want people to be interested in attending these events even, I think it's important to have that exposure at a young age so that you have a greater appreciation for it and a better understanding of it. Yeah, I think it's everything. I don't know where I would be if I didn't have access to high school orchestra, middle school orchestra. We even had elementary school orchestra when I was a kid. That's where I got started. That's what led to all of this. And I think that's true for a lot of people that are in the group. So it's 100% essential.
That was you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, dad, don't bop.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
One and
That's what we're gonna totally bring down.
I am over the moon that I get to be in a brass section. When the DSSO said, what kind of musicians would brass? That was my first answer, as fast as I could say it. I knew I wanted brass, and I miss it. There's just nothing like it being in a loud, brass, well-oiled machine group. What I would tell Dr. Moore is, if you could write a wall of sound as often as you can, that would be fantastic.
One more time for sure. Maybe two.
Yeah. Killing it. Yeah.
And then I'll stop. Or do you want me to stop here? I can stop there.
Play wherever you want. I was gonna say, geez, that's hardly worth the price of admission.
Band. We have a lot of musicians, and when we bring people in, we've collaborated with others before, but anytime we have that space, the stage we're on becomes the front porch. We are there to have a lot of fun. Maybe that's sinning, maybe it's not. So when we had our rehearsal with the group to go through the songs and invite them to the front porch and have fun, we just show up as we are, and the songs are as they are, and as a collaboration, we decide what they're going to become. And so there isn't, you must do this, you must do that. It's, how about we try this? How about we try that? So it was nerve-wracking at first, but of course then everything just took off. I don't know, I just couldn't have imagined a better situation than what happened. It really did feel like the Front Porch Sinners.
create that little sequence?
There's a basic structure, like a chord progression that we're following, and it is improv. We are kind of on the fly making up what we're doing, and hopefully it fits within the chord progression. Yeah, just knowing what notes fit in with the chords and the scale that we're in, and making up our own rhythms, and yeah, doing it within the appropriate time frame. Otherwise, we're just all over playing on top of each other, so.
You know, again, we know each other really well. I can watch her and anticipate and vice versa, and we kind of play off of each other when we're improvising, so it makes it super, super fun.
Okay, so it's, I need to write this down.
There's no
You
tag
go
at the
for
end.
a full 8, then me for
8, then you go 4, then I go 4, then you go 2, I go 2, and then we do 4 together. Cool. Well, thank you to all of you. Awesome job. Thank you to all of the DSSO side of things. And we'll see y'all tomorrow night. Thanks, everybody. And happy birthday, Kaylin.
It's Evan's birthday tomorrow.
So Jake, if I play into the microphone, I'm now like 3 steps further away from my music stand and I can't read it.
Okay.
So,
Whatever is comfortable for you.
so if I play out here though, will it be heard?
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, that's it. Have a great show, everybody. Thanks.
House is open.
Well, good evening, and thank you for everyone who's come here tonight. This is our last bridge sessions for the summer, so thank you so much for being here. Without further ado, enjoy the concert.
I'd like to invite members of the DSSO to the stage, please. Yes. As you can imagine, this is a like a nerve-wracking experience, but also like way more exciting than nerve-wracking. And I made the decision before coming here tonight that tonight was going to be about play. So we really do invite you to this front porch. But certainly we're here to have some fun tonight.
Keeping with diversity of bands and exploring that even more and bringing diversity of genres and background and culture, I think would be, that's where I'd like to see this go, is to bridge even more and to bring more unique bands into the fold. I am all for, like, let's get some heavy metal in here. Let's get, let's get some other stuff and have fun, and again, continue this community building.
For me, the most meaningful thing about being involved in this bridge session concert is that the songs that I've written, and I've joked with friends, the songs I've written in my pajamas, scrunched up on a couch, are being performed by professional musicians. When I bring what I call a song skeleton to the band, that's just a skeleton, they bring it to life. When we bring these songs to the DSSO, I feel like it's taking flight, like it's taking off, it's lifting off. And that's really meaningful as a songwriter, to be able to hear all of that and know that others are learning our songs, loving them, and giving new shape and new form to them.
They don't know, they don't got a clue. Where am I going? Where am I gonna go? Under the grove of the old oak trees, that's where I'll be.
I believe strongly that music should be accessible to everybody. I believe strongly that all music making and all different genres are great. And when you historically look at the progression of music, like throughout music history, even from antiquity on, you see correlations. They may sound very different, but they all come from the same place. I sometimes grew up hearing, well, this is classical, and this is the way classical should be, and this is the way this genre should be, and this, and I kind of go, it's like my reaction. Because I'm like, you do realize that what you're putting down actually came from this, and yes, it's subjective, and yes, you're not gonna love everything, but respect the fact that it all comes from the same place, and it all is like offshoots of different types of things. I think second of all, bringing people together in a space where there's music is always good. I think bringing lots of different people from lots of different backgrounds, people who you would normally see in Symphony Hall and those you would normally see in at Bent Paddle, and where a lot of it, Sacred Heart and a lot of us play, and bringing them together and just to have a great time and listen to great music in a sort of a new way is also a positive. I think building community is, if you look at what we went through COVID, everyone turned to the arts. And everybody forgets that when they start cutting funding, but that's where everybody went. Everybody went to music, everybody went to art, everybody went to drama, everybody, went to these places, and that's why, keeping this is so important, and bringing more people into different venues and experiencing different things to just have fun, I think is really crucially important to keeping things going.
I'll be with my family. Thank you so much.